Support for Let's Talk Battle Rap Podcast is brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped, who's the best in below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Now, Tim, did you know that Manscaped just launched in the UK, bruv?
I had no idea.
Yeah, man. Now they can take care of their naughty bits and pieces down there, eh? All right. Now they've gone for years without using the right tools for the job. So you can imagine what it looks like out there. Now you could be one of the first men in England to experience their life-changing products. All right. Now, Tim, I know you and I, guys close to 40, so we've probably had some crazy experimentation going on when it taking care of the hairs down there. Well, guess what, brother? That's why Manscaped has redesigned the electric trimmer. The Manscaped engineering team has perfected the greatest ball hair trimmer ever created and just released the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0 in the UK. Their third-generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents, because you don't want to nick what's down there in your knickers. And British men, be careful when you say that word if you're not of black descent. But Tim, when I tell you that this is premium, I mean premium. The battery will last you up to 90 minutes, so you could take a longer shave. The waterproof technology allows you to groom in the shower. And one of the coolest features is that LED light, which illuminates grooming areas for closer and more precise trimming. You got to be a real freak if you shaving in the dark, player. You know what I'm saying?
And you're doing it for 90 minutes.
90 minutes. Hey, man, sometimes you got to get it right. You know what I'm saying? Listen, they've also upgraded to a 7,000 RPM motor with quiet stroke technology. And let's not forget about the charging stand, Tim, all right? Show your mower off loud and proud, because this intelligently designed stand is a convenient charging dock powered by USB. I ain't gonna lie to you. It looks pretty stealthy and neat on your desk there, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. You might have a meeting coming up. You might need to get a quick trim, and it's right there, and it looks so inconspicuous, so cool. Now, if you're listening to me speak right now, I want you to experience this firsthand for yourself. Let's get that bush to tush clean. Get 20% off plus free shipping and handling with the code LTBR at manscaped.com. Make your testes your besties. Once again, get 20% off and free shipping and handling with code LTBR at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping and handling at manscaped.com when you use code LTBR. Your balls will thank you. Oh, you know what would be fire? If you could go to like a grooming shop and a lady can like manscape you with these joints. You know what I'm saying? You could just lay down, you know what I mean? Have yourself like a nice drink beforehand, and then it just breaks out the clippers. Zzz. You know how you go get a haircut? Just imagine you can go get taken care of. You know what I'm saying?
So not like a barber shop, but like a baller shop.
A baller shop.
A baller shop.
Yeah, a baller shop. Some fine honeys, you know what I'm saying? Just taking care of your joints. You know what I mean? Lift it up one side, getting that underside. Tim, you know how crazy it is trying to get that underside. You know what I mean?
Impossible.
So sensitive down there. You don't want to like you're playing the band.
Yeah.
You know what? And then, man, you got to get that chode. You know what I'm saying? That chode area is crazy, man.
Man, that's what got me thinking. Like, if this is just in the UK now, we got thousands of years of historical bushes, that have never been trimmed, and there's gonna be a lot of nicks and a lot of cuts,
a lot of mistakes, bro,
for a lot of first time users, man.
Can you imagine what the women and the men had to go through in the caveman eras? Could you imagine? Like trying to go down on a cave woman or a cave woman going down on a caveman, bruh.
You probably couldn't find the right parts, man. You'd just be like, you know, going through a fort and you're just like, fuck it.
But
I
the
don't even...
funk, though, brother.
Oh,
The
yeah,
funk, the head cheese. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
The odors that come from that combo of peeing in the bushes and not wiping your ass properly. Yo, the levels of dingleberryness must have been atrocious back then, yo. Like crazy. I can't even believe people were able to like tolerate that funk to even have kids. You know what I mean? It's like as soon as she part her cheeks, it's like, whoa.
Vlad, you're giving me a whole new appreciation for like the day and age we're living in right now,
dude.
man.
But then again,
that's one of the things we don't even think about it, right?
We're just think like, about it, man. We're just like, oh, party. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Deep sea diving. Right?
Yeah.
You don't even think about that shit. You just like, yeah, I'm gonna dive in that joint. Why not, right? But then again, you got to think about it, right? Like, they probably just stunk so bad that was the norm,
right?
And then they're not brushing their teeth, so it's not like, you know, so your mouth probably tastes nasty already to begin with. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you know what's wild is I never thought of that until right now, but like we think of like having sexual encounters as like a fucking fun thing to do. Right. But I wonder if back then, you're right, the funk and all that shit, cottage cheese, all that shit people were dealing with, like the man's like, fuck, you know, I need some help with this farm, man. So I'm gonna have to fuck my wife. God damn it!
You know what I think it was?
You know what?
I think it was just like, you know how the baboon's woman's ass just gets like mad pink and bulbous and like flares up, and it's like, it's time to have a kid. I think it was just like, you know, aside from trying to kill an animal to eat, stay warm, find shelter, not get killed by other cavemen, it's like, oh my God, we have a few minutes and I'm incredibly horny because we're going to need more people to stay alive. Like, give me this 20 seconds of funk and we're going to have a kid 9 months later. You know what I'm saying?
So fucking wild.
Like, it had to be that way.
You can hold your breath for 20 seconds.
You can definitely hold your breath for 20 seconds because you got to figure, if you roaming around wherever the caves and all of this wilderness, and I mean, it ain't like you know what? You probably, knowing how us men are, we probably were jacking off a lot back then too.
You think so?
We had to be.
Yeah.
Had to be. Because not every man had a woman to smash.
That's true.
That's why dudes were like, wait a minute, I bigger. I take your woman now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then the first heartbreak happens, and then that man either becomes an alpha or a beta. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
He either gets his woman snatched forever, has no more poontang to have, and like just goes on a murderous spree, or he just like goes in a corner somewhere and it's just like, take away my poon. Captain Caveman. Then you got to find some next bozo who's like smaller than you and clobber him over the head and drag his woman away and say, "You now, that's my pussy." You know what I'm saying? I mean, it sounds crazy, but that's what happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, but dudes had to have been like just wakada, 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 bang. You know what I'm saying? Back then, like you had to. Like once you discover what happens, it's like, how do you stop? You know what I'm saying? You're living in anguish. You ain't eating all the time. It's like, what else can soothe me except for busting a load?
Word. You know what, man? That reminds me. Like, I went on a cruise with the wife right after we got married, and we hit one of the I can't even remember what island. You know, Saynt something over in like the Virgin Island type of areas on this cruise, and they said that they got hit with a hurricane. You know, and it wiped out the electricity on the island for about 9 months.
Damn.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
No electricity, and the guy said, the tour guide like 80% of all the women who were able to have kids got pregnant during that time on the island because there wasn't shit else to do,
Nothing else to
man.
do, man, but part them cheeks. Let me freak. You know what I'm saying? What else are you going to do, bro?
Damn.
You can't watch no TV. You can't go on the internet. You're going to have to spend that pastime, man. You know what I'm saying? Making it happen. Get the clapping.
I just Manscaped, you know, on that island, man. I really do. Or else it'd be funny as shit, you know.
Baby, can you come over here and shave me ass for me, please? I get this shit stuck in me ass. Can you come shave it for me? We run out of the toilet paper and I can't be wasting it because it's getting stuck in me hairs. You have to shave it. Shave me ass for me.
I forget all the impressions. You can do like an impression for like every part of the world, can't you?
Yeah, yo, you know what's a difficult impersonation though? Like maintaining a specific British impersonation.
Okay.
I'll start from London and end up in Manchester, and in the middle of that, I'm doing some Kotd impersonation, and then it'll end in Australia. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, man. It's like I can only do it in bits, like just a few words here and there, and then like keep it moving. Because I don't know, man. I can't keep it steady like that. But yeah, man. Now we had fun this week on the show. We had I broke out the A-verb impersonation, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That one was pretty fun. I got to.
Yeah, people were wilding for that one.
Yeah, man. Sorry, Mike P. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sorry, man. But if you guys missed that, you guys definitely should subscribe to the YouTube and go listen to that show. Let's Talk Battle Rap Podcast on YouTube, or just type in LTBR Podcast. You guys will hear us going ham bony. You know what I'm saying?
And they got just that clip on there too, don't they?
No, it's the whole episode. You know what I mean?
It is, okay.
But we are reformatting things. What we're about to start doing is we're about to release like the OBS versions of the recordings, which is just the crispiest version of the recording. And then we're just going to break it up. YouTube now has chapters, so then we'll give you guys a timeline, and then you can just click and, I just want to hear this part, that part, that part. So you don't got to sit through the whole thing just skimming through it. You can just go wherever you want to, listen to those particular topics and stories, and laugh your ass off and get informed. So it's going to be...
I love it.
Yeah, so we're reformatting that. We're just trying to make it a better experience for everyone. You know what I mean?
I love it, man. Yeah, no, the Caffeine Show has been fantastic, man. I'm loving what you guys are bringing, man.
Appreciate
4
that.
days a week.
4 days a week. Yeah, man. And you know,
but
man.
Vlad, you gotta do 5, don't you? You gotta do 5 days a week.
Listen, they gotta have to drop that bag if they want that other day, man. Or you people gonna have to drop that Cash App. If you're listening right now, drop the Cash App at $ProgramV, ProgramV. If you guys want us to do a 5th day, all right, you can convince me with some greenbacks for sure. But on the flip side, though, Tim, definitely going to start doing some old head joints on caffeine. You know what I mean?
Word.
Yeah, man. Definitely going to start doing, watching some old. You know what? I'm not going to give the secret out right now. But
right.
I will be doing some old man stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be a lot of fun. You know what I mean? And if you have some time here and there, definitely join your boy every once in a while. Like, you can squeeze out once a month or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you will definitely love it. Put it to you like this: Trackstar will also love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you understand where I'm going at with it.
Oh, absolutely.
And yeah, man. But Tim, you recently have moved homes. You've moved from one palatial Wisconsin estate to an even more massive Drake-sized palatial estate that you now have to reconstruct with your bare hands and put together. How has that been, brother? You know, that's one of the reasons why we weren't able to link up. And I had the kid thing. I had some stuff going on, and you're moving. So, you know, we apologize for not linking up to all the loyal fans and all the ladies whose panties are just dripping right now. We can't forget about y'all. Just soaking, swishing around in your seats just because we sound so sexy. And I know all the ball talk we had at the beginning of the show is just like Old Faithful, just guys are exploding everywhere. You hear that, Tim? It sounds like It sounds like some huskies trudging through the Iditarod. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Wow. I love it. You got the sound effects for it too, man. Wow.
So how's the move been, man?
No, you know what? It's good, man. It's good. I heard you kind of compare it to Drake's Place, and Drake's Place could fit in my bathroom.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
It took me a while. It took me a while to build this house, brick by brick, but I got it up, man. I got it up.
Little IBE.
Yeah. No, man. You know what? Like it's nicer. It's a bigger place. I'm kind of like in a rural kind of area, but not too far. You know, it's like an extra 10-minute drive to work, so it's not bad. I'm like still kind of close to the city, but you know, I'm like almost an acre of land, which is amazing.
I can see the sticks in the background, man. You
know,
man.
I got a little forest in my background, in my backyard, which is crazy because my old place, like, we joke like I don't even need a lawnmower. We don't really have a yard that big, right? So to go from that to this is pretty nice, man.
A lot of work, brother.
Control over here now, man.
I gotta ask, man. You know, now that you're in a more rural part of town, does the population reflect that? You know what I'm saying? Like when you're playing your hip hop, do they go, "Hey, hi"?
Do you know what? I don't really know because I don't really see neighbors too much.
What Milwaukee Buck moved in our part of town?
Right? But
what position do you play?
Yeah, like last night, I was getting home from work at like 1 a.m, right? And as I'm like driving in, I'm like, you know what? I should probably turn the speakers down a little bit here. You know,
got the 215s blasting in the back. You know,
yeah. I have a feeling I'm in
bitches
like
ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
Exactly.
Bitches ain't shit but hoes. You can't be doing that, bro.
And I'm sure the neighbors are like peeking out the window. I'm like, who's that playing that rap music? Who's the new guy, huh?
Is that Anthony Kunto?
Yeah, right. So yeah, man. It's a little bit different, man. But I got a lot of work to do, Vlad. I got a lot of work to do on this house. But man. It's dope. It's going to be worth it. And man, it's good to be back. Man.
Are you a handyman or are you learning on the fly?
Oh, dude, I'm totally learning on the fly. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing at all.
Nothing's up to code. He's like, file what with the city?
None of that. You know what? But I can talk forever about 90s hip hop.
Yeah.
So I got that knowledge set.
Right.
But you know how to put down new flooring is not in the wheelhouse quite yet.
Bro,
you know,
that's the same thing like me, man. Like I have all of this knowledge of this hip hop that is useless to like 90% of society.
Oh, absolutely. Right?
Right? But you asked me to like put up a door and I'm like, oh my God, do I really have to do this? And it's just like, how come this isn't more balanced out for me? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's crazy, man.
I can list all of Charlie Clip's battles in 2014, but I cannot fucking tell you how to put a door on the hinge. You know what I mean? Like, there's just like some knowledge that is helpful and some that doesn't fit for you. You know what I mean?
Bathroom tiles and what's a 2x4? What's a stud?
Yeah, exactly.
What's a beam?
Right.
Right. Load bearing wall. Pause.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. Yeah. So all that stuff is like every day it's something new that we're working on, whatever. But I mean, it'll be worth it when it's all said and done.
No, absolutely, man. You know, that's one of the wonderful things when you can get everything all together and you can do it yourself. It's like, oh man, look what I've done with my bare hands. Like I'm proud of this.
Exactly.
You know? Is wifey on you though? Like she's on you? Like
no. Actually, that's been pretty good, man. She she knows to kind of like.
She knows better.
Yeah. She knows not to talk because she'll get the backhand.
Ooh, karate chop.
No, I'm just kidding. She totally smacks shit out of
with
me.
The Wu-Tang with the Wu-Tang RZA ring hand. You know what I'm saying? Bong bong, y'all gonna hit you with the hand with all the rings on it. Bong bong, you know what I'm saying? Y'all man, word. I'm gonna hit you with the smiley ring right there, you know what I'm saying? With the Egyptian flag on it, y'all man. Bong bong, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm over here talking to Vlad. Yo, bong bong, you know what I'm saying?
It's the app. Yeah, man.
Y'all man.
Dude, no one sounds like the RZA. You know what I mean?
Yo, like, nobody sounds like the RZA. Y'all man. Bong bong.
like no one sounds like him. You know what I mean? Like
I feel like when the RZA is talking, you can hear the static through the microphone. Like you hear the distortion, just like yo, let me get a bag of chips, yo, man, bong bong. Like, what is this guy on a PA system? Like what the? Like, does he have a Neumann in his voice box and he's got like the controls and he's just like adjusting the levels as he speaks? You know what I mean? Like, he's crazy.
Wild. It's wild, man. But I'm glad he's an actual rapper and not just producer. I mean, obviously one of the best producers of all time, right?
Right. Yeah.
But he's got such a unique voice. When the RZA starts rapping, you're never like. Wait,
March of the water soldiers, these cipher punks couldn't hold us. 1,000 men rushed in. That one person was sober, perpendicular to the square. We snare go like flare.
And no one's ever like, is that you, God? No, I mean, they're like, all right, there's the RZA going. You know what I mean? Like,
made you feel like you busted nut from your cerebral cortex. Enter through your right ventricle, clog up your bloodstream heart terminal like Grand Central Station.
I'm like, whoa. Yo, the RZA is crazy. Yo, have you? I know you've heard the album, but have you ever gone back and revisited the Bobby Digital Domestic Violence album?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it has some good shit on there.
That album is wild, yo. That's
Holocaust, right? Yeah, there's a song Holocaust that I remember really liking.
That's a wild song for you to like, Tim. The first song you named.
Yeah?
I really like that song, Holocaust.
Holocaust, yeah.
All of our Jewish listeners just went, oi, I can't listen to Tim and Vlad anymore. I got to unsubscribe from Let's Talk Battle Rap. I'm sorry. I can't listen anymore.
Hold on. I'm like, now I got to look it up. Domestic violence.
Bobby. Did you?
Yes.
That was ahead of his time though, man. Cause he was into like a character. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, he was on his Cool Keith shit.
Yeah, Dr. Octagon and all that.
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
Black Elvis. Yeah, dude.
Wild boy, man. The guys turning from rappers to porn stars, rapping. Like, what's happening here?
Yo, yeah. Where is it? Yeah, Holocaust. Yeah. I was like, man, did I fuck that up? Was it not on this album? No, that was my joint back then. No, that shit's that shit's got some good stuff on here, man.
Nah, man.
I don't know. Yeah, RZA's
Yo, what you got to?
It's fucking RZA. You'd think he'd hold like the best joints for himself. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It's just one thing like.
Right. Yeah, I love Wu-Tang, man. I'm sorry. I'm going to be that old head. I got this one homie that whenever we call each other, we just like talking Wu-Tang language.
Oh.
Like, yo, peace, God. What up, God? You chilling, man, filleting this salmon, politicking with Yugoslavians and Czechoslovakians. Yeah, I mean, word, God, peace. We just talk like that for like 30 minutes and say nothing. It's fantastic.
You're like, what's that shit? Oh, I'm studying 120 right now. Call me back at God hour. What the fuck does that mean? What does any of that mean? I don't understand that.
Do you really want to know?
Yeah, tell me.
Oh, all right. So 120s are the 120 lessons that you need to learn to, like, you know, be officially a God body. You know what I mean? And like, these are real lessons.
Center.
Yeah, 5%ers. Yeah.
Okay.
And the God hour is 7:00.
Oh.
Yeah, because the God number is the number 7. So, you know, if you ever see the flag, they always have the number 7 there. 7 represents God. So call him back at 7 because he's studying his lessons right now. Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, he wants to master himself even more. You know what I mean? Because believe it or not, like, you know, if you said you were God body or 5%, or if you had the flag on or anything like that, somebody is going to step to you and they're going to want to build on the streets, meaning like kind of ask you questions, and it might be, what's lesson 93? You know, and if you don't know lesson 93, you'll catch what's called a universal, and a universal is a beat down.
For real?
You had to know your stuff, man. You had to know your lessons.
It's like New York is like a different fucking world,
it's a different world, God. Like, you had to be on point.
There's so many different like factions in Brooklyn running around. You know what I mean? Like we were talking about bikers a couple episodes.
Yeah.
Like that. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like It's yeah. It is. It is like a different planet. It is like a different planet.
It's nutty, King. It is pretty nutty, man. But that's why New York is so great. We got a little bit of everything there, man. You find
Right.
everything there. But yeah, man, Wu-Tang was that era, man. I loved it. I still go back and listen to it all the time. I still check out some of the new stuff too, depending on who's dropping. You know what I mean? Method Man's still rapping pretty good. You know, Raekwon had a good album not too long ago. You know, Ghostface, he'll still drop verses here and there. And, you know, if the RZA is scoring a movie or acting in something, like, I'm still checking for it.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely, man.
Wu-Tang is still alive, man. Still alive.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Yep. But listen, man, speaking of Wu-Tang, you know, one of my favorite Wu-Tang songs was the Grand Prix. So you know what that means, Tim.
Word.
It's now time to move on and talk about the Kotd Grand Prix. Now,
Let's
you know,
do it.
yeah, man, we missed a couple weeks, you know what I'm saying? But you guys all know. Tim, why don't you run down who are now the final 8 contestants? And do you have the info on last week? I mean, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
I
don't know if you can see it.
Hold on for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this iPhone.
But yeah, all right. So what we got coming up, the final 8, we got the Dizaster versus Family Man Hayes.
Yes.
Saynt versus So Severe. Excel versus MarvWon. J Murder versus Times.
Right. Now, all right. So, yes. So we got all those guys happening. And let's just do a super quick recap of how we all got here. All right. We're not going to go too crazy, but we'll do a super quick recap. So 2 weeks ago in Detroit, we had MarvWon moving on, who battled Charron. Tim, we did not do a prediction show. However, I thought it was going to be in the bag for Charron. I ain't going to lie to you, man. I thought MarvWon had 3 battles 3 weeks in a row. I thought he was going to be a little bit fatigued. Thought Charron would be on one. Even though Marv was at home in Detroit, I thought Charron was going to win, and it didn't go down that way. Are you shocked?
I'm super shocked and not shocked, you know, as you and I kind of talked, I think, offline.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking Marv was going to win just because he was a hometown favorite and all that sort of stuff. And but I think the most shocking thing about it is that it came down to the fan vote, and the fans went with Marv.
Talk about it, 51 to 49%. How
most shocking,
right? Dude,
So,
I was shocked about that. I can't front. I figured, okay, Kotd is Charron's home. He has Kotd in his name on Twitter.
yes.
And on top of that, I mean, let's just say that the demographic of Twitch might favor Charron, you know? So it's like the fact that happened was kind of surprising. But honestly, though, MarvWon was in there fighting, dog. Like, he really brought 3 full rounds. He was in there fighting, and he earned it. You know, I thought it was a debatable battle. It can go to either guy. You know, I'm not going to lie to you. You know, I can see a case for Charron winning. I can see a case for Marv winning. And obviously it being 51 to 49% to the fans. The fans also felt that way too. But big salute to MarvWon, man. You move on to the finals. Team Hami moves on to the finals from the North Side division. You know, salute to him. And with Charron, though, I got to say my only critical critique was that he's gotten way better with like flowing and delivery and bars and all that. But I felt like some of the flows he was relying on was just, it was just like, oh man, this is sounding a little bit outdated right now. You know what I mean? And it just wasn't hitting hard enough, bro.
Yeah, you know, that's what I liked what he did against the Shotty P battle is I think in his second round or whatever, he went into a flow I'd never heard before.
Right.
Like, oh shit, he's like switching things up. Because I think you can absolutely use that critique on Charron, where like Charron is like, I am going to deliver this in a haymaker fashion. It is straight up set up, punchline, and you know, it's just boom, 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 boom. And I think it's very effective, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you do anything the same way for long enough, you're just going to finally be like, do something different, man, which was why it was so nice to see him do something different with Shotty P.
Absolutely.
So, yeah,
man.
man.
I got to ask you, all right, you know, I don't know what's battle rap, what's real life when it comes to some of these angles. Is Charron really autistic? Like, is
he said that he was.
okay, and everyone else just is like, yeah, he is. I mean, like, not even in a joking way. Like, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah. So he's talked about that before on, and in a battle, I think famously during Pat's day,
right.
in his third round or whatever, he talked about, being in school and not being, he had low level autism and,
Okay.
not being able to kind of read verbal cues and doing weird things with his hands, which he always gets picked on for,
Right.
and then, then he delivers his, at that time, you remember the Shotgun Suge battle where he's like, look at me while I'm killing you.
Yeah.
That became a thing. And during the Pat Stay battle, he's like, but I block out all these things that make me autistic and make me socially awkward. And I block it all out and make me, make it so that you look at me while I'm killing you, that sort of thing or whatever. And so, but yeah, he's talked about that off camera as well and kind of.
Okay. So, all right. So he is autistic, but he's on the lower end of the spectrum, right?
Absolutely.
And MarvWon's brother is, let's say, this is with all respect because we're having, we joke a lot around here, but we're having a serious conversation. So, but MarvWon's brother, obviously, if you've got to give him medication and all of that stuff, and Marv talks about the pain that he has to go through and, just his brother being on the opposite end of that spectrum, the more, not even just social cues or anything like that, but this is like really can't do a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? And has to be taken care of. And Marv used that as, his strong angle around too, that, hey, Charron, you're pretending to be sicker than you are. Right. And, meanwhile, I really have to take care of my brother who is really, going through it. I'm curious to know, what was your thoughts about that angle using, one level of autism versus the other level of autism, and how did you feel hearing that angle being played out?
I think it's the best angle he could possibly take. I mean, this is something that he's already put out there, right? I mean, MarvWon, when he battled Pat Stay, that is the battle. It's essentially about that. And so to essentially like kind of use the autism angle against Charron, we saw Roan do it last year or whatever during their battle, in a great way. But that was more for like comedic effect, and this Marv's angle is more of a personal attack. Like, you are using this, quote unquote disability,
right,
to earn sympathy, and that's fucked up because my life is changed because of my brother who's going through this, and it seems like you are taking advantage of someone's disability so that you can gain from it, and that's a really fucked up thing to do.
I mean, masterfully spun. You know what I'm saying?
It's a great angle.
He set that angle up perfectly. But do you I don't want to say honestly because it makes it, that sounds crazy. But do you feel like Charron is doing that though? You know what I mean? Like, or do you feel like he's just being himself and this is just me, like, hey, I'm telling you my story just like everyone else tells you their story, and this is just part of my story.
Oh yeah. No, I don't think, dude, it's not like he's going around being like, hey, I'm the autistic battle rap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so he's not trying to put himself on there, but he's talked about it would, I think you can liken it to Mike P's third against Shotgun Suge, where he talked about suicide. He's like, hey, this is something that happened in my life. Right. And now the angle that is brought up against him over and over and over. So I think other battlers make it a case against him and use it kind of as ammo. So the reason it's brought up a lot is because other battlers are talking about it, not because
he continues to talk about it. Right. All right. Yeah, man. I think that MarvWon, he definitely he wrote that angle as best as you can write an angle.
It was a really smart,
and he definitely, used that to his advantage, and I think that actually put him over in the battle. I think that kind of tipped the scales in his direction. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, MarvWon, he wrote 3 great rounds. He knew all of his material, super confident, and he went above and beyond, what in the past couple of years, Marv has been, a little off and on here and there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this battle, he was all the way on.
Yep.
So salute to MarvWon. Close battle. No, I don't want to hear anyone saying anything about robbery or nothing like that. This was not that. The man earned the battle. Either man could have won, and he won the fans that day, and he took the votes home. So salute to MarvWon. Definitely wanted to cover that battle because MarvWon is a Michigan legend, Charron, Canadian legend, and this is a big battle. So, we definitely wanted to give it its respects and definitely wanted to go over it once again and recap it for anyone who might have missed it.
And one thing I want to say is about the term robbery is whenever there is a split decision and especially a fan vote that close, I mean, even within 10% of each other, you can't use the word robbery.
Nope.
Especially with this one having essentially a 1% difference.
Yeah.
It may not have gone the way you wanted to, but you cannot fucking call it robbery.
Not at all.
It's just a great battle.
Yeah.
Same with Times and Real Deal,
right. Yep.
It's a great, you could say, I thought Real Deal won and he should have won. Sure, you can feel that way, but dude, there's a reason why the fan vote was, 48 to 52 or something like that, like crazy close. It's just because it's a really close battle.
Absolutely, brother man. Know what I'm saying? Now, let's get into the other battle. Times versus Ciddy. This was a good battle, man.
Yeah. So, hey,
Bruh,
Times really, no one knew Times, right? No one knew Times
except for you because you KO'd Tim D. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But I mean, but in this case, I mean, he really just even the battles I had seen him do beforehand, there was nothing in that made me say this guy can beat Real Deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because Real Deal's, I think great at angles and he's really good at like putting together an effective a strategy. And second round, was a standout for him with the glass. But anyways, Times showed that he could beat Real Deal and deservedly, right? Mm-hmm. So it showed you kind of the heights he can go to. So it to me, it's not surprising that he ended up doing that again against Ciddy. And we saw how Times reacted emotionally after beating Real Deal. I think kind of shows how much this tournament means to him, right?
Yeah.
So it's not surprising that he put in the same amount of effort going against Ciddy.
Absolutely. I mean, bro, like, all right, going into this battle, I was like, okay, Ciddy was he was good, his first round, and he hadn't battle rapped in 3 years, so right. For him to come back and still be good, I was like, okay, now he's got his feet wet. And on top of that, he's get 3 weeks off to really watch the game tapes once again and see the mistakes that he made, pick up on that, and get it together. And just from him just having more big-time experience, I thought maybe he just might, off the sheer lyrical ability and punchlines, might be able to take this battle, right?
Right.
But, bro, that real street talk and authentic feel that Times gave was just too much, man. Like, it was just too much, bro. And, I mean, Times pull out the $50,000 in cash, and even when Ciddy, what I noticed when Ciddy was getting physical with him, he was like, "Yo, it's all good. I ain't tripping." You know what I'm saying? Like, we here to rap, and I was like, "Yo, like he's really here to rap." You know what I mean? And just his delivery, his street tales, and man, he's also got. There's one more thing that we didn't think about. He's also wants to do this for his little brother, who passed away, and he's really on it, bro. And he just real talked his way all the way through those 3 rounds, and he won that battle. And salute to Times because pardon me, I had to sneeze, man. Good grief. What the heck? Sorry, y'all. But no, man, but Times really showed up and really like took control of that battle. It was a dope battle though. Don't get me wrong. Like, I really enjoyed it, but just the realism, the authenticity was just too much. And my man just took that battle, man. But salute to Times. You are now in the final 8. I don't think anyone saw this coming at the beginning of the tournament, but hot damn, man. And how about this? The 2 Detroit natives are making it to the final 8.
Word.
How crazy is that, man? So salute to the north side of Kotd.
Right?
They've made it. You know what I mean? So salute to those guys. But Tim, man, it is time to talk about this upcoming weekend's battle, man. Going down Sunday on Twitch. It's about to be lit, and let's run down the battles, and then we're going to go over them one by one as we do, player.
Let's do it. All right. So, bottom of the card, we got Dot Everything versus Snakeyes. So, Dot Everything was supposed to go against, who was that? Do you remember?
Dre Vicious.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Dre Vicious. So, Dot Everything, he actually doesn't have that many battles. He's only got like 8 or 9 battles. And
Right.
Snakeyes obviously been around for a minute, member of Dot Mob and whatever.
Yep,
right?
yep.
Still, right? Yeah.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
So,
he defends Dot Mob every chance he gets. Like, you better not say a bad thing about even the Dot Mob's like dog leash. I don't like that dog leash. Well, why would you put that on the dog? Yo, you better not talk about the Dot Mob dog leash. You know what I'm saying? I'm on your helmet.
right.
So yes, he is definitely Dot Mob to the death.
Well, what I think is interesting about Dot Everything is kind of what we talked about with Times, where his authenticity really shows through, and that's kind of the selling point. Where you're just like, God damn, this guy is. I don't know what he was doing before this battle. I don't know what he's doing after this battle.
Know what he was doing.
You know what I'm
saying? Give me that jacket, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Break yourself, fool.
Yeah, someone will be lucky if they don't get jacked in the fucking venue, right?
It's a full-time jack move.
Right, yeah, right? So
they said I lost, cuz. Okay.
Okay.
All right, okay.
I'm going to go talk to him.
All right, we're going to see you in the parking lot, homie.
So, and Snakeyes, I don't know, man. I'm just not a Snakeyes fan. It's a big look for Dot Everything. I don't know. I can't imagine Snakeyes being super motivated for this. I'm surprised he took it.
He has to be, though. You know what I'm saying? He has to be. You know, he decided to walk away because he decided to walk away from URL, right? And, you know, he's been at RBE and he's gotten a couple of looks, but they're not, you know, it's not the top guys. You know what I mean?
Right.
And Kotd, listen, over the past decade, the second biggest league that's been out there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And during different years, I'm talking about right there. And maybe sometimes having better years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Huge events when we think about Blackout and World Dom and all that. And
yeah.
Just think about the reach that's going on in this whole new Twitch venture. So there's a whole lot of new energy going on there. And you know what that means, Tim? New energy means new money. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So what motivates a man better than the opportunity to get at a brand new bag? So this is a chance to say, hey, man, Kotd, I'm here. I am Snakeyes. You saw me. I was on URL. I'm on RBE. I, too, would like to go to Canada, eh? I, too, would like to go to Tim Hortons, eh? I, too, would like to eat arse for 24 hours, eh? At one of those Canadian homes there, eh? You know what I'm saying? Lick maple syrup off some boobs in Canada. Why not?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think he's definitely going to be super motivated for this. And, you know, believe it or not, Tim, I think I'm going to roll with Snakeyes in this battle because I think he definitely saw the backlash from the Gotti battle, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like,
wait,
look. Uh-huh.
Didn't he say he was quitting at that point?
I mean, you know, battle rappers quit every day, B. You know what I'm saying? Battle rappers quit every day, B. So, but he's back, you know what I mean? And this is a huge opportunity for Snakeyes.
Right.
And, you know, I think that it's I don't think he's going to have that experience that he had with Gotti back to back. So
right. No.
I'm looking for Snakeyes to bounce back. And, you know, I think he's going to take this one, man.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I think it's going to be interesting because I think you're right. If battle rap is still something he wants to do, he's got to do it on one of the major leagues, man, and he's got to show him Prix Yeah, and I'd be afraid if he loses, but he very well could lose. It could be real bad, man.
Hey, listen, dot everything. This is a big chance, bro. I mean, you've been going on some of the smaller leagues. You've made your ways around some of the up and coming leagues out there in California, but this is a big international look. You got Canada looking in, you got the U.S. looking in, Australia looking in, all at the same time. You are talking to the world live all at once, and dot everything is dope, man. His realism is right up there. So everything that Snakeyes is bringing, he's going to be able to counter that because he's just a street. You know what I mean? And and what I love is his defense. It's like, nothing moves me. Whatever you're saying, it really doesn't matter. Your experience in the ring, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, I think like the only thing that he has to work on is I think some of the punches, some of the lines just got to get just a little bit better, a little bit more creative because relying on some of the realism, and don't get me wrong, having a dope delivery is half the battle.
Huge,
you know what I'm saying? So the delivery is there. All he has to do is just work on some of the wordplay just a little bit more, enhance some of the punches just a little bit, and he's right there. You know what I mean? He's got all the makings of being a dope battle rapper. Like he's good now, but he definitely has more ceilings to get to, definitely. So, but I'm looking forward to that battle though, man. Definitely looking forward to that.
Me too. Then we got Loose Cipher coming back against Alias the Addict.
Ooh, yeah, Loose Cipher, who we had to apologize to last time, man. That man showed up and showed out and shut us up, Tim. Had us looking crazy out here.
Yeah. They did, both him and Street Hymns did really well.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see him back. It's good to see him against Alias the Addict. I like Alias the Addict. He's kind of been, I don't know if he's gotten any main stage looks. I don't think so. But he's battled a number of people on Kotd. I think maybe the biggest was Nestle a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. But he's dope. But he's one of the guys who has a really rapid fire delivery. Like he raps pretty damn fast, and he says a lot of shit. It's hard to catch it though. And so Loose Cipher, I feel has perfected that a little bit more in the sense that Loose Cipher, he can have a lot of dense wordplay and stuff like that, but he's done a better job at making that presenting that material in a way that's more consumable, I guess.
Absolutely.
Whereas at least the last Alias the Addict battle I saw, he still kind of has it where it's really great if you're gonna write it down and dissect it, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
A little Gray Fox-ish.
Yeah. Who? Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And it's good. But we'll see how it goes. I'm kind of interested. Again, I haven't seen him battle in a couple years, so I'm curious to see if he's going to be doing the same thing or if he's slowed down a little bit. But yeah, in this one, I'm actually going to go with Lou because Lou's actually been in this environment. It was 3 weeks ago or something. So, he's got that experience of it. And
same here, brother. Same here, man. Lou, you did your thing last time. Shut me up. Don't disappoint me this time, brother. Because honestly, I was thoroughly entertained by his performance. I love the jokes. I love the freestyles. I love the wordplay. You're super witty, super catchy, man. Everything was dope last time. The energy that you brought, you were lively, you were engaging. So just do the same thing, and you should pull this victory out, man. But I'm definitely looking forward to see Loose Cipher continue what he did last time, for sure.
Yeah. Word. Now we get to go on to
the tournament battles. Yeah.
So we got Saint LA versus So Severe.
Mm-hmm.
So Severe's coming from which bracket was
from
that?
The South. From the South.
Put
some South in your mouth.
Saint's coming from the West. So this
is
they did this in a kind of interesting way. Whereas instead of having So Severe go up against Hayes the Family Man, they have both the two finalists go against the two finalists from the Western Division, as opposed to doing that the next round
and
where
then just getting the final four.
West.
Right.
So I don't know. This is actually good. I actually like these matchups better this way. So having So Severe versus Saynt, I think will be. I think I'm going to surprise you, Vlad. I'm going with So Severe. I know it, and let me tell you why. Because we bet against him the last 2 times,
Right.
and we're wrong. He's got the Holmesy thing going, man. He really does. And his third round versus Scotty was cringy, right? But I liked what he was doing in the other. When he battled the next round against Eddie I, he didn't have anything cringy. He had,
What?
again,
Don't you remember the ending of that joint?
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, and he talked about Beasley.
Yeah. Don't give that blogger no light, though. We're not giving that blogger no light. But yeah, it got very weird, man.
So, okay, he did end the third in a weird way.
Yes,
you're right. But I still think, man, his high points are pretty damn high, and he pulls it off. And I'm telling you, like, the judge, it must be like the Dizaster effect. And what I mean by that is he has a delivery that when you're in the room, it seems to really resonate with the people who are there.
Here's the thing, though. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead,
Gaw.
No. Pawn self, Gaw. Pawn self, Gaw.
You're all good. I just want to say, like, it seems to really affect and resonate with the people who are in the room when he is performing, and some of that gets lost in the crowd to the viewers because he keeps losing the caffeine vote, the
Twitch vote. Clean that up, Tim.
He keeps the Twitch vote, but he keeps winning the judging vote. And he knows this and he wants to improve. And I think when people say stuff like that, like, he's a guy who got done and said, yeah, I won, but I know that there's things that I need to improve upon. I am not getting Twitch vote. There's something I'm doing that I have to improve upon. And when I hear people say that, it really makes me think that they are going to go back and watch game tapes. They're going to find out what wasn't quite working and work on that. And so I think every week he's going to keep leveling up.
But Tim, though, last week the judges were not in the building. They were all at home.
Sure.
What if they're all at home this week?
That could spell defeat for him. But we don't really know. I don't even know if we know where it's even taking place. Whether it's South, it's probably West Coast.
I'm sure likely it would keep things local. Like they don't need to do any travel and just bring everybody out west. So you got to figure Dizaster and Saynt are out west. The film crew is out west. You know what I mean? Yep. So it'll probably make life a little bit easier just to do that. But let's say there's no judges in the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
To me, just going off of material, the creativity, the freshness of the bars, this is Saynt's battle to lose. Like, he's that dope and that creative. And not only that, he didn't have a perfect battle last time versus, what's my man's name? Active. And it was a dope battle. It was a close battle. But Saynt, you my man. You were on the show, LTBR Daily.
Yep.
And, we told you, bruh, you had a slip up in that second, and that could have cost you the battle, but you made it through. So I think, him realizing, like, I haven't been completely perfect. There's still things to work on. I think he realizes I'm that much closer to that 50K. I got to tighten up. So just based off their material, writing ability, and I feel like with So Severe, yes, he has that big voice, the big delivery, and in the room, he has a dope, commanding presence.
Yeah.
But sometimes the writing can fall a little bit short to me. He'll have dope stuff, and then there'll be stuff that, like, oh, man, I just negated the dope stuff you just said, because I was like, well, what was that? You know what I mean? But with Saynt, it's always like, oh, I ain't heard that one. Oh, you flipped that one uniquely, or that's a new punch that I haven't heard before. So for me, this is Saynt's battle to lose. Saynt, you got to do your thing, player. Got to be clean. 3 rounds. No slip-ups. No mess-ups. I'm rolling with Saynt in this battle.
I get it, man, and I think that's the smart way to go. I really do. But I'm still going with So Severe, man.
That's why it makes this thing fun. You know what I'm saying? That's why this is fun. I think we've only agreed on one battle so far, right? This time around.
Damn, have we really? Is that where we're at right now?
The first one, right?
Oh yeah.
No. Because I had Snakeyes.
Both going with Dot Everything?
No. I think I'm rolling with Snakeyes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And then we're both going with Loose Cipher. Yep.
Right. Okay, so Loose Cipher is the one we're both going with. Okay, cool.
Yep. All right. And then Dizaster versus Family Man Hayes. You know what? I want you to go first. I want to see.
Hey, yo. All right, Tim. This is a tough one, man.
It is. That's what I love about
this. Is a tough one because Family Man Hayes, formerly known as Sire Boy, has been on point.
Yeah,
like, he's been really good.
Right,
mad creative. He ain't slipping. He ain't stumbling. He's landing haymakers. He's being creative. He's getting into character. Dope punches. The writing is great, man. He drops little angles in there just long enough to keep you, following him and entertained by it, but not going overboard with it. And Dizaster really stepped up from the frack battle. He got a lot of flack for the frack battle. And then in the Thesaurus battle, that was the Diz that we wanted to see. Going straight at you. Angles, you know what I'm saying? All kinds of setups and schemes. But he also had an 11, 12-year history with Thesaurus. So many things to pick from. So much to go off of. So much history that he could not take that battle off in the least bit. He could not be disinterested in this battle. He couldn't treat it as just another battle. I'm going to come up with some bars, come and battle you, and me being Dizaster should be enough for me to walk away with this victory. But on the flip side, you got Family Man Hayes, who's been taking this thing ultra seriously and who has been crafting and constructing 3 dope rounds every single time. Tim, I don't know, man. This is like one of these battles that I almost got to see the damn face-off for to see, like, what is the temperature? Like, what kind of vibes are they bringing to this thing? Because Dizaster on 100%, I mean, come on, man. He's world-class. Like, he's a gold medalist, world battle rapping Olympic finalist, you know what I'm saying, that is a Hall of Famer, first ballot without question, can be on people's Mount Rushmores and you won't bat an eye at it.
Yep.
And I'm like, at 100%, I would roll with Dizaster, but I mean, Family Man Hayes has been at 100% both battles and it's been fire. Like, I really have to see the face-off for this one to really see who I think is going to win, man. Like, I mean, I will give let's say today's Friday. I'll give a Friday, you know what I'm saying? I'll pick a Friday vote. But please best believe that I want to see the face-offs tomorrow, and I will give my final pick on Twitter tomorrow. Follow me at ProgramV on Twitter and Instagram. Follow Tim at DontTweetMuch on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? But before I give my pick, Tim, I want you to give your breakdown, and then we will give our picks, leaving the people in suspense. And all the ladies, their panties are just dripping. Like, oh, can you please tell me, would it be the Lebanese Long Dong Dawn, or will it be that Rock brother from Rochester winning this battle by way of ATL? Now, ladies, this is your time to ring them draws out and slide on that second pair right now while Tim gives you his breakdown of this battle.
So here's the thing: because he changed his name, people aren't very familiar with him. And even if he was still familiar with him, but what I actually really like about this battle is Sire Boy has been around for 10 years. He was battling in grind time the same time Dizaster was. He just wasn't anywhere in the same realm, just because he was East Coast at that point. Dizaster's West, and their tiers were way different. But with that said, Sire Boy we may look at this and go, oh my God, how is he going to stand up against Dizaster, who, as you were saying, rightfully is a fucking legend, and at 100 is very, very, almost damn near
almost unbeatable, yeah.
Right? But let's not forget, Side Boy has battled K-Shine and DNA. He's battled Arsenal. He's battled JC. He's battled Enes. He's battled Big Can. He has some names underneath. B Magic. He's got some names under him.
He's got big name experience for sure.
Right? So it's not like he's going to be like, oh God.
It's Dizaster. Oh.
You know?
Shit.
So I think in that sense, like he is battle tested, right?
Right.
Now, you I think hit the nail on the head. I think Side Boy has been giving 100%, and that's how he's been winning. But even at 100%, it is a very close battle against Clone. You know what I mean? It is really hard. His ceiling is a lot lower than Dizaster's. I mean, at the end of the day, right? Mm-hmm. And I know that sounds like a huge shot against Hayes, but it's not. It's just that Dizaster is
Dizaster.
He's Dizaster, right? Now, with that said, I still think Hayes is going to be, because I don't think Dizaster is going to be at 100%. I think he did very good against the Source, but it's not.
He did very good against the Doris.
Against the Source.
He did very good against the Doris. No, that dude did doing good against the Doris.
But I don't think that performance was good enough to actually beat Hayes and what Hayes has been doing the last two
see rounds. That one I don't know about, man, because that Dizaster was fire.
He was really good. But I know Lush afterwards was like, that was vintage Dizaster. That was 27 Dizaster. That was, you know, all of Dizaster's greatest battles, you know. I didn't think it was that. Dizaster isn't at that level.
I would say the Frack Dizaster will definitely lose to Family Man Hayes.
Absolutely.
Like, without a doubt. The Frack Dizaster will definitely lose to Family Man Hayes. But the Doris Dizaster?
I love that name, dude.
The Doris?
We're gonna have to tell him he's got.
Hey, Pete, change your name to the Doris.
The Doris.
If Sire Boy can be Family Man Hayes, you can be the Doris. But that Dizaster was fire.
He was really good, man.
But here's my thing, man. Listen. I think I'm going to roll with the brother also. I just feel like his level of hunger is going to be one up from Dizaster, because you ever heard of this thing called the adrenaline flush?
Tell me.
All right. So it's like fighters or whoever, right? Let's say you're fighting some guy. He's 6'7", I mean, just chopped up, and you're like, fuck, like, I gotta like muster all my energy to fight this dude, right? And you're like 22 seconds into this fight, and I mean, Tim, you're hitting him with those Wisconsin rights and lefts, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, take this cheese head, boom, boom, right? And you're like,
lots of pain with these arms. They're very strong.
I'm country strong. You don't know how many cows I've milked with these hands. You know how your hands have to be in a fist form to milk a cow. My pappy sent me out to the pasture, and I milk cows with the hardest udders in the dead of winter. So these hands are like hands of stone right now. Right?
It's like Rocky. It's like Rocky. Like training in the meat freezer.
So let's say you are whooping this dude for 22 seconds and you think that you've got him. I've knocked him out, right? So then all of that adrenaline leaves your body. And now, like, your body's locking up. Your muscles are getting sore. You're getting tight. Your energy is low. And it's like, fuck, I got to get this energy back up. And this big, 6'7" Russian guy who spent years in the jail comes back and say, I let you blow your load and now I'm here to crush you. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, fuck, bro. And then he just, you know what I'm saying, does what all 6'7" Russian guys do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
pulverizes you on the sidewalk in an Adidas tracksuit. You know what I mean? So velour nonetheless. Stepping out of BMW, you know what I'm saying? With a pinky ring, Rolex, and a chain with the glasses, with the Gucci glasses, and slick back hair. Yes, right. So I think Dizaster might suffer from a little bit of adrenaline flush in this battle, and Family Man Hayes is just right for the picking. Just like, you know what, I am making my comeback. King of the Dot has gave me a great opportunity. I'm in a zone right now. I've been writing 3 great rounds every battle. I'm going to show people I'm just as versatile. I have complexity to my bars. I'm witty also. I've got performance. I can write this thing out. And I just think Family Man Hayes is going to edge this battle out, man.
I can see it, man. I can see it. I'm surprised that you feel the same way. You know, I mean, us knowing Dizaster's history and what he's capable of, it seems weird that you and I both feel Family Man Hayes is gonna win it. I thought you were gonna kill me for picking Family Man Hayes.
No, man, no. I'm just looking at how this thing is playing out. I'm just kind of like, I don't know, man. I think I'm kind of rolling with Hayes with this one. But I do want to see the face-offs. And not that face-offs determine who's going to win. But, you know, sometimes you pick up cues. And there's been times where I've switched my picks last second and I've been right. There's been times I've been wrong, too. You know what I mean? So, you know, as of today, Friday at 12:50 p.m., I'm rolling with Family Man Hayes, but I will reserve the right to make changes after I see this face-off. You know what I mean? So, you know, if you guys want to see where the changes are, like I said, follow me on Twitter at ProgramV. Follow Tim at Twitter at DontTweetMuch. But I don't think Tim's going to change his mind. So, you know, follow him anyway. But
no, because I know Dizaster is going to kill it at the face-off. Dizaster can sell. You know what I mean?
King, yeah.
And I mean, he's the Kotd version of like fucking Sue Surf or Cass. Right. Where you're just like, you get caught up in what he's saying and his believability. Like, he believes it so much. You're like, holy shit, you're right. This will be the greatest performance he's ever given in the history of battle rap.
Right.
Oh my God, why did I ever think that Hayes would win? It's going to be a 3-0, clearly. Like, I know that that's how I will feel after watching the face-off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is why I'm sticking with Family Man Hayes, because I've seen Dizaster do this before and then not perform. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I ain't mad at that, man. I'm definitely not mad at that. But it all goes down tomorrow.
Can't wait.
On Twitch, twitch.tv/King of the Dot. You guys can watch it there. It happens at 3 p.m. It's going to be off the hook. I will be tuned in. Tim, I'm almost tempted to do a live recap tomorrow on Twitch just to see what the vibes are like. You know what I mean? So I might do that. So listen, I have a Twitch channel. I've never used it, people. But if you want to follow me there, it's Vlad _LTBR. Who knows? I might pop up tomorrow and do a recap on that joint. You know, you never know. So go on ahead and follow me on Twitch at Vlad _LTBR. And Tim, man, is there anything you want to leave the people with? I know they haven't heard your sexy ass voice in over 2 weeks, and the ladies are on their 3rd pair of panties right now, just because you talk battle rap so well. You know what I'm saying? Is there anything you want to leave the people with, my brother?
No, man, I've already broken so many hearts, man. Ripped apart so many marriages, you know, ladies. Did you hear him talk about Dizaster? God damn. You need to find out where his new house is.
Man, you're going to have all kinds of panties just like stuck to your window. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Because they're so moist, right? And it gets so cold in Wisconsin that by the time it hits your window, it's going to hit the window like, and then it's going to start sliding down. Like, but it's so cold, it's going to get frozen and stuck, right, to the window before it can close. And there's going to be so many panties stuck on your windows that it's going to be like, did I get blackout shades? Like, I can't see a damn thing. So many drawers just stuck on my window. Like, Come on my window. Your wife's going to be like, what is happening here, Tim? You have to stop doing this podcast. I can't. Just can't do this anymore, Tim.
This is tearing us apart.
Your kid is waking up and seeing dirty panties stuck on the windows. Like, how do you explain this? I just talk this battle rap so well. I can't help it. You know what I'm saying? But, listen, everyone, if you guys have made it all the way to the end of this podcast, you are a true degenerate.
Yes.
And I salute. Who the hell's calling me, man?
Yeah, come on.
Here, shouting. Doing a damn podcast. My man, Tim, Ebony and Ivory.
Come on.
You can't interrupt this. You know what I'm saying? We bringing the two races together. Even though race is a construct made up by the man just to keep us all separated. You know what I mean? But I'm here with my brother Tim, so stop interrupting. But like I was saying, if you guys have made it all the way to the end of this podcast, you are a true degenerate and something is totally wrong with you, and we love you for that. You know what I mean? So I need you guys to follow this show wherever you're listening to this podcast on, whether it's Apple, Spotify, wherever. Follow us, leave a 5-star rating. Leave a comment or a question. We will answer you because it's COVID season and we got nothing else to do except scrape panties off our windows. You know what I'm saying?
That's all I got.
Come on, man. That's almost a part-time job and you ain't even getting paid for that. You know what I mean? Also, follow the show on YouTube. All right. We are about 112 people away from having 1,000 followers. And as you guys know, 1K is the magic number because then, you know, we can start doing some things over there. You know what I mean? So go to Let's Talk Battle Rap Podcast on YouTube. Follow us over there. If you're lazy, just type in LTBR Podcast in the YouTube search engine and you will find us. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. We will thank you so kindly if you do that. Also, follow the show on Twitter and Instagram at LTBR Podcast. Yo, we have some of the best daily memes and historical highlights, and the way that we are putting these highlights together, it's crazy. No one else in battle rap is doing that, and you know we are the stat guys. We bring you all the stats in battle rap. So if you're only listening to us and you're not following us on Twitter and Instagram, you are playing yourself. We will greatly implore you to go and follow us there.
Yeah.
Also, while you're there, follow myself on Twitter and Instagram at ProgramV. That's the word program and the letter V, all stuck together like the drawers on the window. Also follow Tim at DontTweetMuch on Twitter. He's not an Instagram guy because if he was to show that face on Instagram,
oh my, it'd be over.
Oh, come on, man. Forget about it, bro. You know, he can't do that. You know what I mean? And if you guys want to watch the hottest morning show in battle rap, listen, you have to go and watch LTBR Daily on Caffeine. We are live 10:30 a.m. to noon, Monday through Thursday. I mean, listen, we bring you the stories of the day. We bring you the stats. We are hilarious. We cracking jokes. We keeping it real. And it is the most fun time ever. Right, Tim?
That's the fucking A, man. You can't say it better than you.
Oh, man. I mean, you know, we try. You know what I'm saying? But no, man, but it's mad fun, and you guys need to tune in. We want to see you guys come over there and come check us out if you're listening, all right? How do you find us? You guys got to go to caffeine.tv/LTBR podcast. That's caffeine.tv/LTBR podcast, all right? And listen, you guys want to leave this show a little donation, a little something for Tim and I to splurge on our families during Christmas, or upgrade the show, or because you're like, you know what? I just got so much dough, I want to give it to these two brothers. I'm kidding. All jokes aside, I mean, the donations goes to improving the quality of production of the show, for getting better microphones, more equipment, so that way we can give you the show in a higher quality and just boost up everything. You know what I mean? So, we just thank you guys for listening, because we're just two morons talking about battle rap. But if you do want to leave a little donation, just go to Cash App. It is $ProgramV, ProgramV. You guys could leave a little something, man. We would greatly appreciate it, and we will improve the quality of this show so you could have a better listening experience. Yeah, man, I think that's about it, Tim. I think we've said everything that we needed to say. We got all the plugs out. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was a reach. I kind of like...
that was a crazy one.
I made that one up. You know what I'm saying? You get to an hour and 13 minutes into the podcast, you get a little delirious.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Damn. You know what I mean? Get these plugs out to the people. You know? If you want to buy our plugs, no, okay. And hey, listen, man. You know, if you guys got a business out there and you want to be a sponsor on the show, holla at us, man. Holla at the email at, ProgramV718@gmail.com. Holla at me, you know what I'm saying? And we can make something happen. If you guys got a clothing brand you want to promote or something like that or whatever, holla at your gualas and we'll take care of you. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
No massage parlor. But Tim, I can't wait to watch these battles, and
I'm looking forward to it, man. It's going to be a good weekend.
Next week, back at it like a crack addict, man.
Right.
Promise we won't leave you guys hanging. You know what I mean? We back. Apologize for missing out a couple weeks ago, but we're back here, and we hope that you guys have enjoyed this show because it was a pleasure making this show happen for you guys, man.
Word.
Until next week.
Peace. Bong, bong, bong. Slap you with the rings.